My name is Garrett. Thank you so much for tuning into this channel. Today we are talking about Matt Ox, and Matt Ox has been growing up, leveling up on all of us while we've been trying to get our shit together for the past year. Matt Ox has been heavily working the past 3 years, getting his shit together, just leveling up, growing up, but also musically and artistically, he's really coming into his own, and he's starting to define what Matt Ox is as a person. And that's something that just kind of blows my mind. Like, if I was 12 years old and I blew up on the internet, I don't know if I would have the wherewithal to follow up on that and continue to create and continue to get better. But lo and behold, it seems like Matt Ox is not only shying away from the fact that he's a star, but he's really just taking in everything. And as kids his age go through puberty, generally fucks up vocal performance, or at least it can. And it seems like Matt Ox isn't shying away from any of that, and he's almost welcoming it and getting more creative and more in tune with the sound that he wants to make. And the experimentation that I've been seeing from this guy the past few videos that I've checked out, I'm just very impressed, very floored, and I think this is a good time to let you guys know that we can't sleep on Matt Ox anymore. We really can't. Like, we got to get our fucking head out of the sand and start taking notice, because the work that he's putting in definitely shows that there's something brilliant here. And the fact that he's still only 16 is enough for you to be like, well, by the time he's 25, who knows what type of shit he's going to be making, who knows how good he's going to get. And I think what he's doing right now is some of the most impressive shit for a young kid to do. But also when you consider the fact that he shouldn't have blown up off of a cliche. Like, I mean, obviously, like, the traction on that song Overwhelming with the fidget spinners and all that, like, that should have been almost a one and done in most cases. But in this case, you have a kid who's just so talented at making rap music, more or less, that he's able to grow into being a teenager, but also grow artistically and expand on that. Like, the wherewithal of this kid's brain is very impressive, and I'm very excited to check out these few videos with you, just so that we can all shut the fuck up and just say, damn, Matt Ox, you're pretty fucking cool, my friend. And you know, anybody who was hating or anybody who was doubting, you're proving them wrong. You're proving them wrong right about now. If you look at Matt Ox here, this is a little 12-year-old Matt Ox, 13-year-old Matt Ox. What's up? And as time has gone on, you know, he's growing up. He's getting bigger. I heard he's pretty tall now. You know, that's pretty cool. At one point, he was like kissed by like a demon or something, and got a little emo on us. And I think a lot of that dark aesthetic is still coming through in some of his videos that we'll actually check out here. But, you know, Matt Ox is a kid in the end. So the fact that he's able to find himself, test out these different styles, and really get into the nitty gritty of what it takes to be like a superstar in a lot of ways. It takes hard work. It takes a lot of talent, but it also just takes like the right individual. And the fact that Matt Ox has grown up in the way that he has in the public light, but hasn't stopped getting better at music, that's the thing that kills me. I believe he released in about 2018, 2019, he released an album by the name of Ox. And that actually has a review on this channel. If you do want to go check that out, I would appreciate it. And I thought that album was really good. There's a few tracks on there that are just undeniably good. But as far as did that album do what these new songs are doing? No. Like, that album really just showed you that, yeah, this kid could make music, but it still sounded like Overwhelming Part 2 in a lot of ways. But what we're getting now is this whole new level up, this whole new place that we find Matt Ox in. And I'm very excited just to check out a little bit of Overwhelming. If you haven't heard that song or don't know what I'm talking about, this is what it is. Killed it. Matt Ox in the building, but I break the ceiling. I don't think you feel me, I'm out to overwhelm. I don't think they know where I be, yeah. I don't think they know who I be with. See, like, the shock value of seeing this young kid rapping the way that he does, obviously that would blow up, especially in the culture of fidget spinners and all of that. Like, there was a lot here to kind of let this get in front of a lot of eyes. And standing today, it has 30 million plays on YouTube, on the Working on Dying channel. In a lot of ways too, like, I wasn't too aware of who Working on Dying was until Matt Ox really put Oogie Mane and Filthy on the map for me personally. And maybe that's just me being an idiot and not paying attention. But, you know, that's something that I don't think people put a lot of credit into. And I see Filthy's production everywhere. All his work with the Zaloopers, you guys know on this channel, I love that shit, man. But really, Matt Ox brought a lot of eyes to that organization too. So I think that's something that you could always put your hat on and just be like, yeah, this always had musical potential. This always had the capabilities of going the distance. But really, it takes the right type of person to not let this just be your one hit. It takes the right type of person to not let this define you. And, you know, what we're seeing now and what he's doing, it really never defined him in a lot of ways. And that alone is impressive to me because, fuck, dude, he's 12. Like, I didn't know who the fuck I was when I was 12, like, let alone 16. But the steps and leaps and bounds that Matt Ox is willing to take artistically and personally are really coming through and really showing us that there's a showcase here of just pure raw talent. And by the time this kid is 20, I swear to God, he's going to be better than everybody if he keeps it at this pace, because artistically he's just shining like a motherfucker right now.